Sometimes life shatters everything we thought was safe. A loved one leaves, a dream crumbles, the world turns cold, and we wonder, why me? But what if nothing was random? What if, long before science and therapy, the Buddha already understood the hidden patterns behind our pain? What if everything that ever happened to you happened for you? The Buddha's first truth, why we suffer. Over 2,500 years ago, under the Bodhi tree, Siddhartha Gautama awoke, not just to enlightenment, but to the truth of human life. His very first realization was this: life contains suffering. This is called dukkha. We suffer because we crave comfort, stability, permanence. We suffer because we resist change, loss, uncertainty. We suffer because we forget that everything is impermanent. But suffering is not a mistake. It's a message, a mirror, a teacher. When we lose someone, it teaches us the depth of our love. When we fail, it humbles our ego. When we feel pain, it calls us inward, to reflect, to awaken. Just as a storm clears the air, the Buddha said, so too can pain clear the mind. Karma, the wisdom behind the chaos. In Buddhism, life is not governed by chaos. It is governed by karma, the law of cause and effect, not as punishment, not as reward, but as natural unfolding. Every action, every intention, every thought, they all ripple through the universe, shaping what comes next. If you're in pain now, it doesn't mean you're being punished. It means something is being revealed, a cycle is completing, a lesson is arriving. Sometimes karma brings back joy, sometimes it brings hard truths, but always it brings what is needed for growth. The Buddha never promised a life free of difficulty. He promised that difficulty could lead to freedom, if met with awareness. The illusion of control. We suffer most when we try to control the uncontrollable. We want people to stay. We want plans to unfold as expected. We want life to be predictable. But anicca, impermanence, is the reality. Even the most beautiful flower withers. Even the strongest body weakens. Even the most passionate love may change form. The Buddha taught that clinging leads to suffering. Letting go leads to peace. That doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we stop grasping. We love fully, but without fear. We act with purpose, but release expectations. We walk forward, but trust the path, even when it turns. Let go or be dragged. Zen proverb. Pain is a spiritual assignment. What if your pain is not punishment, but a spiritual assignment? A whisper from the universe that it's time to change, to evolve, to shed an old layer. Maybe that betrayal wasn't cruelty, it was clarity. Maybe that heartbreak wasn't loss, it was redirection. Maybe that illness wasn't an end, it was an invitation to go inward. The Buddha didn't avoid his suffering, he sat beneath it, and through that stillness, he awakened. That is your invitation too, to sit with what hurts, to ask it what it's trying to teach you, to stop running and start listening, because even the deepest wounds carry seeds of wisdom. Everything is preparing you. Think back to your past. What moments changed you most? Was it the easy ones, the victories, the smooth chapters, or was it the losses, the breakdowns, the nights you cried on the floor? You see, life is preparing you, even when it feels like it's destroying you. The Buddha said, no lotus can bloom without the mud. It's in the struggle that the soul expands. It's in the dark that the light within is remembered. So if your life feels heavy right now, know this: you're not being punished, you're being shaped, you're being purified, not to become someone new, but to remember who you already are, beneath the fear, the ego, the illusion. The universe makes no mistakes. Every person you meet, every door that opens or closes, every twist of fate, none of it is random. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Maybe your teacher came in the form of heartbreak, or financial loss, or someone walking away. Painful? Yes. Wrong? Number, the Buddha teaches us to see through appearances, to realize that what looks like misfortune might be guidance. What feels like rejection might be protection. What hurts the most might be the key to your awakening. The universe makes no mistakes. It just speaks in a language the heart must learn to understand. Learning to trust life. Trust is not blind faith. It is a decision to believe there is wisdom even in what we don't yet understand. Trust is waking up and choosing to say, I don't know why this is happening, but I trust there's meaning in it. I don't see the purpose yet, but I trust I will. I'm hurting, but I will not harden. I will stay open. The Buddha's path is not one of passivity. It is a path of radical trust and radical presence. We don't numb ourselves. We don't pretend things don't hurt. We feel it all, and we keep walking, step by step, breath by breath, because we trust that the path knows what it's doing, even when we don't. When you let go, you make space. Buddhism isn't about adding more. It's about releasing what no longer serves. When you let go of your plans, life surprises you. When you let go of the past, the present becomes clear. When you let go of fear, love has room to grow. What if that painful chapter wasn't an ending, but a clearing? What if the things life took away were never meant to stay? What if the delay was protecting you from something you can't see yet? In letting go, we open. In surrender, we receive. And in silence, we begin to hear the truth again. What the Buddha would say to you now. If the Buddha were sitting beside you right now, as you face your pain, he would not try to fix you. He would not rush you. He would not give you shallow answers. He would look into your eyes with deep compassion and say, "Beloved one, I see your suffering, but I also see the light within you. Trust the unfolding. Walk gently. Everything is happening for your awakening." And in that stillness, you'd begin to feel it, a shift, a calm, a knowing that, yes, maybe this really is for a reason. So now I ask you to pause, close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, breathe, and say gently to yourself, I am not broken, I am becoming. This moment is not against me, it is shaping me. I trust that everything is happening for a reason. Let this be your mantra, your prayer, your inner strength. Because no matter what you've been through, you are still here, still breathing, still evolving, and perhaps, just like the Buddha saw, this isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of your awakening.